Angry Bears Fan Podcast, episode 109. The schedule just dropped. The Bulls missed out on the lottery.
Oh,
Uh,
dude, don't even
but,
get me started on that.
you're on the
If Giddy,
NBA's
if
rig.
Giddy does,
rig.
if Giddy doesn't hit that half court game winning shot against the Lakers, the Bulls get because they lost the coin toss for the number 11th odds. Um, so if Giddy doesn't hit that shot, that ball is Chicago's, the pink, the 11th overall
I
ball
didn't
or
even think
whatever
about
that ended
that.
up. Yeah, that ended up being number one. That was Chicago's, and they
That's
literally dropped the ball with that.
the curse of the Bulls. They don't know how to tank right. When was the last time we had a good pick? We got Pat Williams, and we were what, four? But before Derrick Rose at least. But yeah, sucked for the Bulls. This is a deep draft class. I think if they could have got like top 7 or 8, they really would have got somebody who could help. There's still a lot of guys. Maybe people fall. Who knows? Um, but hopefully the Bulls can get something to be very interesting to see what they do. I'd see at this point. I think they got to sign Giddy. Um, I know I was on the don't do it with Levine train, but I think Giddy's just more of a winning player than Levine and fits in better with whoever you decide to get. As long as it's not somebody who can't shoot and is a ball like a playmaker, like a big playmaker, which there aren't a lot of them. So, but yeah, there's more bad luck, whatever you want to call it for the Bulls. Same old. But it's just funny that Dallas trades Luca, gets Cooper, and now
Yep.
NBA rig conspiracy theories are coming out. I personally think that the Dallas getting it means it's not rigged because why would they want the Bulls to get it or like Philly or so like. But I know Dallas. I'm sure it's a pretty big market, but I'm guessing it's more like closer to like top 10 than one of the main ones. But the Bears' schedule is dropping. Last week we went over a couple of the games. We didn't know where they were going to fall, but now it is out. The Bears will be opening the season Monday night, which stinks because that means we're going to get to have that'll be the last fucking game of the week one. But
Yep.
it'll be nice. It'll be good to see them play, and we'll get the Vikings Monday Night Football. JJ McCarthy's probably first start in the NFL, which I think benefits the Bears. So that'll be
Absolutely.
good to catch the Vikings. They start to get rolling, and JJ McCarthy gets his footing under them. Um, Makes me a lot more confident that we can win that game as well.
Yeah. Opening up week one, Monday Night Football for the world to see against Minnesota. I mean, you figure I thought they were going to be in a prime time position only because of Caleb Williams and the hiring of Ben Johnson.
I mean, even
Um,
without all that, we get a lot of primetime
you
games,
know
so
what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
really
Yeah.
matter.
So week one, I mean, if you want to go week by week, we can do that. So week
Yeah,
one, Vikings Bears at home Monday night. I want to see how they look in the preseason before we do an actual like prediction
yeah.
wise. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
just like our odds in that game. Like, yeah, well,
yeah, I do
we don't
too.
really have to go pick who's going to win or lose, but that'll be a good time to face the Vikings
Yes, week two, they travel to Detroit against the Lions. Ben Johnson making his return to Detroit. That is
early.
going to be, yeah, that is going to be a must see. I'm surprised that's not, you know, a televised spot. That one's just a local 12 o'clock game. And then game of the week three, Cowboys and Bears in Chicago. That's always a fun matchup.
Yes,
Always, always, always. I don't care
it's like the
who.
Niners, except for last
Yeah.
year. But usually we play a very fun, interesting game of the Niners. Be fun to see us against the Cowboys too.
And then week four, we travel to Vegas to play the Raiders.
Yes,
That's another afternoon 3:25 game. I don't think that'll be game of the week. That seems like a CBS game to me
yeah.
because Raiders being an AFC team, usually AFC road games for the Bears are on CBS. Then the following week we have let's see,
I
that's
think.
1, 2, 3, 4, week five. That's going to be at Washington.
I think week five's a bye, and
Huh?
6 is at Washington.
Okay, six is at Washington. Is that a
Didn't we
Thursday
play at
night?
them? Didn't we
Because
play them?
that's a 7:15. This will be the
On
third year
Monday? It's Monday night.
Monday night. This will
Hmm.
be the third year in a row we play Washington.
We're in
Um,
Washington though. Was it the Hail Mary in Washington, right? So it's
the
like
Hail Mary wasn't. Yes, the Hail
so we play
Mary was.
back to back fucking games in
Yep,
Washington.
back to back in Washington. That's Monday night, and then week seven. back home against the Saints. Week 8, that's gonna be a matchup. Bears and Ravens in Baltimore. That will be a measuring stick game. We will see
Yes.
where they are for that. And then again, week 9, right after, that's a really tough back-to-back stretch right there at Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Tough.
That's gonna be rough. That stretch right there, just those two games, because at least you get a little bit of a break. With the Vikings, you know what I'm saying? We expect that to be a win. You got a tough game against the Lions, and you're home against the Cowboys. Then you got an easy game, at least you would think, against the Raiders, a tough game against the Commanders, an easy game against the Saints, and then back-to-back Ravens and Bengals on the road.
Yeah.
That's going to be whew.
Tough.
Then
Yeah.
they're going to follow that up with a home date against the Giants. So, that'll kind of hopefully that'll settle us back into some things. Then you then you got the Vikings on the road in Minnesota. The Steelers at home. That'll be a fun game. I love watching Bears Steelers football.
Been
Because
great if Justin Fields is coming back, but it might be Aaron Rodgers, so it'll be something similar. We'll see.
yeah. Then we got Black Friday. Black Friday. Bears and Eagles in Philly.
That'll be a huge game. Yeah.
That'll be a huge game. We got at Green Bay December 7th. We're at home against the Browns, then back home against Green Bay on the 20th, on the road against the Niners, and we finish the season at home against the Lions. That last 3 games is going to be, I think, paramount
Yes.
to the Bears' playoff chances, competing for the playoffs. Those last 3 games will tell us everything we need to know about the franchise and the direction that we are heading under Ben Johnson as well as Caleb Williams. Cleveland's always a tough matchup. Always, 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 always. You can't overlook them. They always play us tough because they're just a gritty, gritty team. Green Bay is Green Bay. San Francisco, San Francisco. And then the Lions. Dan Campbell's really got those guys still. Even without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, they're still going to be coming out swinging. It's looking at the schedule, Sean. This
We're
is
gonna have to
tough.
pray for some injuries, or pray that, like you just made a note of Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, that the Lions, like they were. I like Dan Campbell. I think everyone does, but maybe more Ben Johnson and Glenn were the masterminds. I know they play with a certain tenacity, but they did have a pretty explosive offense. But we just got to pray for some luck. People always get hurt. That includes us. But yeah, we got to face Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Dak, Jalen Hurts, Purdy. Who knows what JJ McCarthy is?
You still got to face Geno Smith with the Raiders. You got to face Jared Goff twice.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. It's tough. I believe we have the second toughest schedule. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have the second toughest strength of schedule. But that being said, we've waited long enough. We let Poles build his team. We got the coach. We got the franchise quarterback. We've got more than enough. Our roster is talented enough to get it done. So this is going to be coaching and execution, and going to be excited. It looks like we got a little lucky. A lot of the bad teams we get at home, so those will be nice, tough.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Sean. Looking at the schedule, Browns Bears December 14th. Is Shadur Sanders the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in that game?
Who do they go and sign Flacco back, right? I would
Flacco.
imagine that yes, that Shadur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, whoever wins, and it seems like from whatever all the stuff that's leaking out, who knows if it's true or not, it's clearly Shadur. I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know what Shadur Sanders did in college that would make me or anyone believe that he's 100% going to be better than Dylan Gabriel. That's all. I don't know who's going to be better. We'll see. But I think Shadur, while they want to claim that he fell in the draft or whatever because his dad or whatever, I think he got a lot of benefit from that. He played at a mediocre school, mediocre wins and losses, pretty good stats, but it's college. We've seen Colt Brennan fucking Mac Jones. We've seen plenty of guys put up big numbers. He had the best player in the country on his team, another guy who got drafted, although it was a late round pick. He had two NFL wide receivers he was throwing to. I mean, the offensive line wasn't the best. But again, this is college. Most of those guys who didn't go to Bama, Michigan, Ohio State are playing behind shitty O lines. Like Jackson Dart wasn't playing behind an elite offensive line. So same with like Quinn Ewers. Like I don't necessarily like Quinn Ewers. I just don't understand what Shadur Sanders did that would make me think that he's sure better than all these guys. That being said, I think him or Dylan Gabriel, and it seems like he has the leg up. I would like to see him get it. I want to see him play. I just don't. I just think it wasn't a conspiracy, but I want to see him play. I want to see everybody get their fucking chance. And it'd be best to prove them wrong. Russell Wilson did it. There's plenty of guys. You passed on me, Lamar Jackson, and you proved it wrong. Like it's part of your story. That's part of your villain story, your villain or whatever you want to call it. But like Lamar Jackson fell in the draft. Guys were asking him to be a wide receiver. Now he's a two-time MVP. And statistically, like when he's done playing, one of the best quarterbacks ever, regardless if he wins the championship or not. So it's like you'll get your chance. And the Brown, like you said, the Browns, although they're dysfunctional, they usually have a pretty solid roster, a good defense. So he'll get his chance.
Well,
to get in
they're
there
they're gonna be ridiculous. They got Miles Garrett and they drafted
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham. You know what I'm saying? Like that defense is nothing to fuck around with. And same thing goes with Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? As much shit as we don't know what's gonna go on with Pittsburgh offensively. They got DK Metcalf and they have a ridiculous.
They'll have Aaron Rodgers.
They still got a good defense. You know what I'm saying? And then Cincinnati, while Cincinnati's defense is not world beaters, the offensive side of that ball with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins is it's stacked. It's absolutely stacked. This schedule this season is going brutal. To be.
And we can't expect the Niners. I mean, the Niners that have back-to-back down years, and they beat us in the down year.
Yes.
So that's going to be a really tough game. We're hoping the Lions take a step back. The Vikings, although I'm a huge fan of J.J. McCarthy, he is a rookie. It is his first season, and they just lost the guy who almost won the MVP. So there's going to have to be some backsliding going on there. But they are a division rival. And the Packers, I kind of like the Golden signing. I mean, he's nothing special. I think he's worse than Christian Watson. But we'll see. They do a good job. They're going to come out, pin their ears back. They're going to want to take our heads off. And, yeah, the NFC North or the NFC East is like Cowboys. Who knows? Like, we're hoping somebody's injured. But if they're coming in full strength, that's a tough game. I mean,
you got three teams in the NFC East that are playoff contenders.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got
there are three teams. They would be shocked if they don't win 10 games. Like
you got three teams in the AFC North that you're playing this year that are playoff contenders. Yes. Every team in your division is a playoff contender. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like this
is a tough season. It's tough for Caleb and Poles and everybody to be the win now measuring stick, but that's how the cookie crumbles.
It's time to put up or shut up.
Yeah, like I really don't see any other excuses. My only request based on our schedule, I think that Poles or Ben Johnson or I think they should roll the dice and go get Trey Hendrickson. This season's all in. We need everything we can get. I don't want and really the only thing I see that is a weakness is the defensive line. I think the offensive line is shored up. I mean, barring an injury. I'm not as down on Braxton Jones as a lot of people is, but even if you are, they say the young kid's good. Maybe he'll be ready to roll. I just think more than any time in our history as Bears fans, the whole line is looking good. We got quality 5 starters. We got two or three decent backups.
I agree with you that it's time to go get Trey Hendrickson. They need to make a splash because they need to be all in. This needs to be the season that everything falls into place. And the weakest link right now is that edge opposite Montez Sweat. You need a guy that could, and you know what? Fuck it. If it takes 2 twos, go get him.
Yes. I mean, at this point, we've just drafted a bunch of young guys. No first. No, I wouldn't want a first. I was listening to Mac area. They were saying something like Cole Kmet or something. I mean, if we could get out again, I don't want to move off Cole Kmet. The writing's on the wall for him to be gone. Teams don't.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's cool to say 12 personnel and do all those things. Teams just don't have 2 tight ends like that. It just doesn't happen. There's not enough footballs. We got Luther Burden. We got DJ Moore. We got Roma Dunze. There's just not enough footballs to go around to be paying your second string tight end You know what I mean? Top 10 tight end money. So something like that, I don't know, but like you were saying, I think we need Trey Hendrickson just to shore up that spot and to just double, and triple down on we're all in on this season. I know it's tough, and Ben Johnson might get a little grace, but I mean we're done waiting. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is Ben Johnson's rookie season as a coach. Caleb's still young. It's like, no, I don't want to be saying that. I want to be. I'm fine with maybe a tough first round exit. We're young. We're still a young team. We got a young quarterback, but I don't want to be drafting top 10 again next year. I don't want to be a joke. I don't want to be, barely beating the Titans.
Yeah,
and getting lucky to beat the Titans.
It's time to start a winning culture.
Yes.
And it starts this year.
But I'm excited. That we got a decent amount of primetime games. I believe that the Niners game is a Sunday night game. I think right now the Lions game is probably a flex. It's probably going to end up being primetime, but just based on everything.
So is the Green Bay game too. That's TBD as well.
Yeah, I saw something about Saturday. It was going to be like a Saturday game that week. That's one of the weekends. So we'll see. I think the Chiefs are going to Brazil, right? Who's going to Spain? The Dolphins. Dolphins and somebody are in Spain are going to have a game in Spain. The Chiefs and I forgot who they play in Brazil to open the season. But it was pretty eventful. The schedule is finally out. I mean, off season is basically over. Like we said, I would like the Bears to go out and get Trey Hendrickson. It seems like they're not going to be able to get a deal together. Even though they play us this year, we're in the NFC, so I imagine they probably want to ship Trey Hendrickson to the NFC if they have to get rid of him. We've got young players and pieces to send back if that's what you want. And I kind of thought we should have got him in the draft at some point, even if it took one of the picks from I thought we should have made a move on him, but I think the time is now because after seeing the schedule and how it's going to line up, we're going to need all the firepower we can get. And in reality, best case scenario, nobody gets hurt. But Josh Sweat was banged, or Montez Sweat was banged up last year. I mean, Booker's a rookie. Grady Jarrett's old. Like, somebody gets hurt, we have nothing. We'll have no pass rush, no D line. So, we're hoping that the kid from Indy is just a stud, and he just wasn't getting it. But I don't know. Austin Booker takes a step. I like his measurables. I like Austin Booker's motor. Maybe this year he does take a step. I mean, he was a rookie from a small school. Next year, maybe he does take a step. But we definitely need some pass rush help to help us. And like I said, second toughest schedule. That is going to be interesting, to say the least. It'll be
absolutely.
But outside of that, not much going on. So like I said, the Bulls missed out. Definitely wanted to do a video for the schedule dropping and give us a little bit to see which one. But yeah. Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll get back with you guys next week, maybe in a week after that. Maybe training camp and stuff. We'll see. Not much to chit chat about. But again, like I said, like, follow, subscribe. We will see you guys soon, and I will see you soon.
I'll see you.
Yes.